Well, hello, everybody. So today, as you see, the name of the stream is how you can change the world. And wouldn't we all like to be the person who changes the world? And yes, not to be too metaphysical about it, but we all change the world a little bit with everything you do every day. You especially change the world more because you deal with people's health and their overall quality of life and everything you deal with. Now, of course, anybody in any business does, hopefully what you do helps people. But in healthcare, you especially help people because you literally extend their life and help them have a better life and all that stuff. Okay, enough yada yada. Let's talk about how you really do this. And I'm talking from a Sun Tzu Art of War style. How do you change the world? Here's the situation. You've got a purpose to help, and you deliver that. There are other organizations out there, Big Pharma, which has different purposes. They have a lot of good products. Believe me, I don't beat up on pharma all the time because hey, there's everybody's had a medicine or something that's actually kind of worked, right? However, they're a little off purpose because they sometimes put profit amongst everything above everything else. And when you come to healthcare, weird, terrible, and tragic things can happen. I don't need to recount them here. There are too many to mention. And besides, I think I'm preaching to the choir on that with these guys out there, right? But you can kind of look and say, well, look, you have a better solution to healthcare, but these guys have billions of dollars, government support, politics. I mean, so much. You can almost seem like it's an overwhelming foe. So what I want to actually give you some hope and actually show you how you can actually beat, how we can win the battle against, say, what's called the battle against bad ideas. Okay, it's always society, civilization always seems to have a battle against bad ideas, and so we're going to talk about how you win yours, and maybe this could be extrapolated to other bad ideas in the world that you want to handle. But here's how it goes. If you're familiar with the Art of War, Sun Tzu's Art of War, which is a great book. Difficult to comprehend because many times it's badly mistranslated, but I've read an actual well translated piece of it. And one of the key strategies in there is when you have an overwhelmingly large foe, you don't just attack them head on. You don't, oh, yeah, you pick a fight and they crush you, right? No, you don't. You find where they're weak. What are they not good at? Where are they cannot they what kind of terrain can they not battle well on, right? And you find out maybe where you can develop a strength in that area, and then you can start taking them on around the edges without ever kicking off a full battle. Over time, you can erode the edges of the enemy empire, as it were, and take little bits of territory for yourself before they even realize it's happening. And the cool thing is, when it comes to healthcare, especially, we can do this. We're doing it now. Here's what it looks like. So pharma, their weakness, and I'm going to tell you, their strength. Their strength from a marketing point of view is very obvious. They have lots of money. They can own the airways. They can own mass media. They can put $1 billion out. They literally put billions of dollars out onto the field every year. They buy the TV. They buy the ads in the middle of all the news stories. So the news stories never talk bad about them. Man, you could go completely nuts, right? They have big money. They don't have what you have, which is you have the ability to talk to a person directly. So they can put the target is the population, then they can put big messages over to lots of people. But you, because you're there locally, you can talk to a person, educate them, get them kind of pulled into a different mindset and get them going in a different direction. So their strength is mass media. Your strength is local one-on-one. Now, here's how that translates to winning. Do not try to think you're going to take on Big Pharma all on your own. No, but I do challenge you this. Decide that you're going to win your town. You're going to win your area, wherever it is you are set up, wherever you practice, wherever you treat people, that's going to be the area you win. And in that area, because you can talk to people directly and more often and regularly and get new information out to these people and get your good results and get referrals and all these things going out there, right? Because you become a local health authority in that little area, relatively small area, you can be strong there and take bits away from them without them even realizing that they're losing it. They call it grassroots when it comes to politics, but it's kind of a grassroots thing. Now you say, okay, but I'm just one guy, Well, hold on. Here's how it works. If you do it, say you build $1 million practice, a multi-million-dollar practice, recognize that means that every day, like a multi-million-dollar practice is every day pulling maybe a dozen people into the fold, right? Helping out, taking on, becoming strong in that area, right? So you build $1 million practice and show the guy in the next town over, not a competitor of yours, but just the next guy over, maybe he's 50 miles from you, right? That you can build $1 million, multi-million-dollar practice. And so he builds one too, and he becomes the authority in his area. And then you guys together inspire other ones. And next thing you know, $1 million practices are popping up, multi-million-dollar organizations that are every day, each one of you every day is collectively pulling in hundreds, maybe even thousands of people per day. I'll tell you right now, just through my marketing company alone, just us, we direct about 1,000 people per week away from the other solutions, the bad idea solutions, and into the good idea solutions. That's just us. That's just a small handful of offices. We have 60, 70, 80 offices, right? Doing 1,000 a week. But if we keep that going and going, everybody growing and growing, I've got this idea set up, and maybe you can actually join me in this idea that we want to create this kind of posture for the future, is to have $1,000 million plus practices. Now, if you do the math, that's $1 billion a year moved away. And keep in mind, once you move someone away from the cut and drug and bad idea mentality, they tend to stay on your team now. They tend to stay. They've been pulled out of the matrix and understand. So that's a $1 billion net win. Now, of course, every individual person that you talk to, whether it's in an event or they come into your office and you educate them and they have the light go on, oh my gosh, here's the key to better health, right? With whatever it is you're doing for them, that's a win. And that's something we keep. We keep those wins. The person never goes back, right? They go, oh, yeah, right. Every time we do that, now collectively do that more and more, then over time, without them ever realizing it, we have taken more and more people. And I'll be honest, that is what's happening already. Maybe you felt it, maybe you haven't, but over the last few years, more and more people have kind of woken up and realized, this stuff I'm getting straight in from the TV is not always true, huh? These commercials that talk so great about this drug or whatever may not be quite what it says it's doing. That company's not maybe completely on my side. People are already suspicious. All you have to do is sort of tap into that, educate them with true information that's true for them. They realize, yes, that works when I apply it in my life. And you've got someone who's now on our team. And if you do it in your area and the other 999 guys do it in their areas, then the 1,000 practices that are doing it convert $1 billion a year worth of good results. And that snowballs over time. And the big guys, they never even see it coming because they're too busy looking at the billions and putting their mass media out, which will work less and less and less. So, can you change the world? You tell me. See you in the next video.